this particular question has been disturbing my mind. Do they have some kind of because the quantum of insensitivity, you know, it only reflects the whole demonstration of inexplicable amount of irresponsibility towards this very important responsibility that the state has. To protect ADCs is to protect our people. To strengthen ADCs is to strengthen our people. Let me put it in a simpler way. You weaken the ADCs, then you weaken our traditional institutions, you weaken our way of life, you weaken our people. Therefore, I have compared why you don't have the Panchayati Raj system, because we don't need it, since we have the ADCs as per the mandate of the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India. Therefore, crippling ADCs amounts to an attempt to weaken the provision of the 6th schedule of Constitution of India. Any attempt to weaken the provision of the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India is an attempt to weaken our people rather than empowering our people. If you look at by the tax settlement agreement that was arrived upon and were agreed upon by Government of India, by the state government and the then proscribed organization, but it was also prior to this ultimate discussion at the union government level, it was also agreed upon by all the political parties of the state. It was discussed and debated in the floor of the house. It was available before the domain, in the public domain rather. And therefore our intent were in sync with the aspirations of the people. Today, is it not necessary and important for us to ensure that every traditional body, which is as per the mandate of the Constitution of the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India, need to be really empowered? Today we have so many other issues, so many other ways of implementation of program, and in absence of other provision which we have agreed not to accept, we need to strengthen our traditional bodies. We need to ensure that the provision of the 6th schedule as was intended in the tax settlement agreement is further strengthened. Now, therefore, if the intent was to strengthen the provision of the 6th schedule of the Constitution, to further strengthen our traditional institutions, then our action also must speak. Action speaks louder than words. Therefore, the action of the government of the day, I condemn the insensitivity of the government of the day towards the ADCs. It is an insensitivity towards the interests of our people. Therefore, it is condemnable. And this particular issue of Garu's Autonomous District Council should not be taken in isolation only as the problem of the people of Garu's. It must be a warning signal, a warning alarm bell to the people of the state. The people of the state has to start questioning. What is your intent? Why are you crippling ADCs? It is a matter of concern. And as I have shared with you, with utmost sense of concern and sadness, look at the pain with which the employees are continuing with their agitation to draw the attention of the government, irrespective of whichever government sits on the power. The responsibility of responding to the people, responding to affected group of people, or in this instant cases, responding to the employees of ADCs who are instrumental in implementing every program and policies, every mandate of the law as enshrined in the Constitution, relevant provision of 6th schedule of the Constitution. So now, therefore, not having any response to this, whatever you call it, agitation or collective endeavor to echo their voice of concern and distress, did you see any response? Why should there be no response? Is it acceptable? Do they need the whole people of Garois to come to the street? Then only will they respond. Do they need the MLAs to also join the dharna and the agitation? Well, if the government doesn't respond on time and take cognizance of this problem, we will be compelled to go to the streets, engage in peaceful dharna, peaceful protests, and call on the people to join the agitation. Let us not take things for granted. That okay, it is usual, because I was astonished also by one kind of narrative which was circulated in social media, that one of the people in dispensation had the audacity to say that okay, this agitational program has become part of the culture. Look at the quantum of insensitivity and the complete lack of sense of responsibility. Therefore, friends, I think it is necessary for everyone to question the government about their intent as to why they can be so insensitive. Do they have some malafide intention to slowly cripple and weaken the ADCs so that the relevance of the ADCs and their importance will be well forgotten by people slowly? Well, it has started in western part in respect of the areas falling under GHADC, but then people of the state as a whole must take cognizance of this very serious, unwanted anti-people development.
You feel in this context to dissolve the GHADC, let the new dispensation take over and cleanse the situation?
Come again?
In this context, do you feel that the current dispensation, the GHADC should be dissolved so that a new dispensation can take over to cleanse the situation?
See, it is not just the question of the present dispensation in respect of the dispensation at the district council level. In other words, not only the responsibility of the executive committee. If the district council does not have the kind of resources, I have referred to the State Finance Commission Act. This is somehow, an outcome of a collective endeavor of all the elected leaders belonging to all political parties who have come together to pass this act in the assembly. Based on our felt need, this act and its implementation is indispensable to strengthen the ADCs and local bodies. I have also said that in respect of even strengthening the ADCs and also the local bodies, that means municipality boards, because even the municipality boards were not receiving funds from Government of India under a number of programs where they put lots of riders, lots of caveats, that you have to fulfill this, you have to fulfill that, which our people of the state were not willing to accept. Therefore, in order to ensure that those funds, even which were designed by Government of India, if even they are not somehow released to our respective local bodies, in this case, the autonomous district, your municipality bodies, even then the state will have enough resources. By utilizing this State Finance Commission Act as an instrument to transfer resources as needed by the local bodies and the ADCs.